Hi, I'm Don McKenzie from Colby Lumber. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tools and tools you should have in the shop. If you've ever been to my shop, you probably have noticed that I have a lot of tools. I didn't always have a lot of tools. I bought my tools a few at a time. Some of my tools are almost 30, 35 years old. So the only thing I can tell you about tools is use your money wisely, buy the best tools you can buy with your money, and I understand about doing a shop or doing projects on a budget. I get it. So, buy what you can, take good care of them, and you'll have them for a good long time. Some of these tools are really old, but they still serve the purpose and they still do me a great job, and I'm not replacing them. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk a little bit about what kind of tools they are. So the first thing you probably have in your grandpa's shop is a hammer. You might have got it from your dad, you might have got it from your grandpa, you might have got it, somebody might have given it to you. So there's two different styles of hammers. This is a claw hammer and this is a ripping hammer. So if you notice, the ripping hammer has a straighter claw and the claw hammer has a more curved claw here. So the ripping hammer is generally used for more heavy duty construction, might be where you need to pull more nails. It usually has a steel shank like this one does. It usually, it's just a little tougher, it's usually heavier. The claw hammer is usually used more in a shop where you do more finish work, like on cabinetry and things like that. However, most people are going to a lot of air tools, but this is still a great tool. This is one of the tools that I have available to me all the time, and I use it almost every time I'm in the shop for something. So a claw hammer, a framing hammer, it's easy to remember. The next tool you should look at is some sort of a bar. This is a Stanley Wonder bar. As you can see, this bar is used and abused. I've used it for everything. It's probably close to 25 years old now, and it still gives me good service, and it goes back on the pegboard where I use it after every time I use it. The next thing is kind of handy, is a little speed square, which just goes alongside the lumber. You can draw your line. Again, this one's used and abused. It's got a lot of knocks and things like that I've used for everything. The other tool that you need in your shop is a level. This is actually a mahogany brass bound level, which is a fairly expensive level. This is one tool you want to spend a good chunk of money on. Don't buy a $19 level, even though I have them for sale. I'll be glad to sell you one if you want it. But save your money, buy a good level. The brand we keep at the lumberyard is actually a Stabila level. They're a lifetime guarantee. They'll cost you in the $100 range, but you'll have it forever. A good level, you'll use it all the time. Make sure you take care of it. Don't throw it on the ground. Don't let the kids run off with it. That's a good tool to have around. Make sure you know where it's at. The last thing is a framing square. Now, in future episodes, we'll be talking about how to use this framing square. You can use it for everything. You need to make sure that you have square cuts. That's what this is for. If your saw is not set up right, if you don't have all the power tools that I have, if you're starting out with a skill saw, which is perfectly fine. I know house builders that simply build a house with a speed square, a framing square, a hammer, and a skill saw. Honest to goodness, they'll do it. And so, you don't need a lot of tools to do good work. So just remember, every project deserves a new tool. Doesn't have to pertain to the tool. So check it all out at Colby Lumber, where we're more than just a lumberyard.